This week, come along with me for an interview with the highly energetic Austin Hess with Do Panama, Relocation and Real Estate. We met up in Bella Vista at this cafe, Saint Honoré. Look at all these amazing pastries. Oh my goodness, it was really good food. I had a little salmon sandwich and a cafe latte that was delicious. And we're going to get to know Austin. Some of you may know him from the Restaurant Magazine. Some of you may know he had a restaurant in Boquete. He had one in Toboga. Now he's using his skills as a relocation specialist. He's been all over Panama. Let's get to chat with Austin. All right, I'm here with the one and only Austin Hess, who just moved his chair, even though I asked him.
Oh my goodness, the ADHD just kicked in again.
Maybe it's jet lag, because you just got back from Italy, right? How was that trip?
You know, the trip was amazing.
Yeah.
The art in Italy is absolutely fantastic. Don't tell the Italians, but the Italian food in Panama is better.
You know what's so funny? I was going to ask you about that. Because, you know, you're big in the food scene. We want to, get into that too. But I was literally thinking about it, and then I was like, oh, don't be silly, Patty. The Italian food in Italy is going to surpass.
But you know why I think it is? I think the Italians that left, the outside the boxers, because all of the people that moved to Panama are outside the box from their own country.
Yes.
They're the ones that are risk takers and the ones that are able to say, hey, it's not good enough at home. I'll go to a foreign tropical paradise that I absolutely love. And so I think those guys, they bring their products from Italy, they make great Italian food, but they try a little harder. Maybe, I don't know, that's just a guess. But I appreciate the Italian food here a lot more. Maybe I didn't go to the right ones, I don't know. There's a lot of restaurants. But I have to say the art was absolutely magical, the country was amazing, the Italian people were awesome people. I had an incredible time. It was really good.
The pictures you posted looked amazing, like just mesmerizing, a feast for the eyes.
But the jet lag, I was actually flying back in time. Like I told my kid, I'm like, dude, it's only a 3-hour flight. He goes, I don't understand how. I'm like, because we're flying backwards. And he was like, Dad, but it's still a 10-hour flight. I'm like, no, it's 3 hours.
You time traveled. All right, so that's a good thing. Of course, I want you to introduce yourself, but I have so many questions for you. But yeah, let's just do a little introduction. Tell my subscribers just who you are and what kind of business ventures you have here in Panama.
Awesome. Okay. Well, first and foremost, it's so awesome to be talking with you. I'm glad that we're doing this, and I appreciate you. I came to Panama on the coattails of a friend's adventure 14 years ago this January, coming up.
Wow.
I only knew 5 days before coming to Panama that I was actually coming to this country.
I heard this story.
So yeah, this is, again, I got lucky. I got blessed. I feel like God wanted me here. It's an amazing place to be. I'm big on the universe and feelings. So after I got here, we came here to find gold in the river. We found out real quick through a girl I met that it was illegal to keep the gold. So okay, what's the point of looking for it if I can't keep it?
You literally came here to pan for gold?
I literally came and panned for gold in the river. And then I met a girl that, like 2 weekends in, here in the city, and she was like, dude, you can't keep it. I'm like, what do you mean I can't keep it?
Why can't you keep it?
Because everything in the ground is owned by Panama.
Oh. Does that mean I have to bring back my shells that I've collected?
I won't tell anybody. Just tell your subscribers, don't tell on Patty.
Did you actually find gold?
No.
Oh.
No.
But you found the gold in Panama.
I found a lot better type of gold. I found a beautiful life. I have a beautiful child. I have beautiful friends. Like even coming back from Italy, I was like, when I was in Italy, I was like, man, I don't really want to go back yet. But right when I got home, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was telling, so many clients were calling me, how was Italy? I'm like, it was awesome. But to be honest with you, I'm so happy to be home. Like, I love Panama.
Yeah.
I love this country so much. I'm so glad that I live here, that I get to raise my child here. I mean, again, going to these cool places. We went to Peru this year. We went to Italy this year. But still, going to Bocas or Boquete or El Valle or Serra Azul, all of these beautiful places here in the city. It's just a fantastic place to call home.
It's amazing the diversity for such a small country.
Incredible.
When people, it's funny, like you'll see people asking in the Facebook groups, like, I'm looking for, a house in Panama. Like,
Well, could you narrow
Which
it
flavor of
down
ice cream would you
to,
like? Do you like chocolate, or do you want Oreo? Do you want vanilla? Like,
Yeah.
because there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And like even with, you asked like what we do here, like obviously I've been a publisher for a lot of years. I had a newspaper and a magazine, both on tourism. I actually just finally retired from the magazine. I might sell it.
You did, okay.
I just, with the, now that we're doing real estate and relocation and we have a YouTube channel.
Can't do everything.
Can't do it all. And as much
even with caffeine infused
ADHD, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's only so many hours.
Yeah.
And again, I have an addiction for helping people. So I loved the publications and I loved helping people find great restaurants and hotels and adventures. But I found so much more of a high in helping people move here successfully and actually being taken care of. Like, we have 33,000 attorneys in this small country. And I'm not saying all of them are bad, but maybe not all of them have the American standards that everyone's used to.
Right.
Like mañana doesn't always mean tomorrow. It just means not today.
Yep.
And again, my goal is to make sure people are connected to the right attorneys, the right realtors, the right pet relocation, the right builders, the right remodelers, the right doctors, the right schools, all these things that, like, if you're sitting in Wisconsin right now and you're like, I would love to do that, but I can't. I could never do that.
Yeah.
I want to make it possible that you can do that.
Right.
And so I've helped over probably 200 people retire, invest, or relocate here. I have an incredible in-house team of realtors. We have an incredible affiliate realtor system, and we have a network that we have realtors in every part of the country. And again, my whole goal is, I don't sell real estate. I'm not a realtor. I am a consultant that I sell protection. I want to make sure you're working with the right people and that those people are held accountable. Because when someone holds you accountable, with whatever it is, whether it's a trainer, a coach, so many different things in life that we need assistance with. Again, I just assist and make sure people are doing their job correctly and taking care of our friends that are coming to Panama, because someone has to do it,
Now you're partnered, who is your business partner with Do Panama Relocation?
I partnered with a woman named Nalini Navarro.
And she's an attorney?
She is one of the top attorneys in the country, and she works for the big boys. So I met her through a big developer who invested in one of my first restaurants back when I opened restaurants and was crazy. I just like to eat at them now. It was a fun chapter in life. I had a restaurant on Toboga Island. It was a whole experience that you went on a boat and did sparkling wine, sunset cruise to the island, 6-course dinner, live music, and then came back the same night.
Wow.
And then we had a restaurant in Boquete called Boulder 54. That was, again, fun stuff to do. But one of my investors in the restaurant was her client. And that's how I met her.
Oh, interesting.
And I just realized that she was such a good person. She was super ethical, speaks great English. And again, just had a real good energy about her, that once I started the relocation business, she was one of the attorneys I used, and we had a unique client. And at the end of that time with that client, she said, "How did you deal with him?" I said, "You know what? I got tough skin." And she's like, "We should take this to the next level. Let's start a licensed and bonded real estate company. Keep doing the things the way you're doing it, but we can expand on it. Still work with the affiliates, but let's hire some in-house agents, and again, just expand on what we've done." And since then, again, we've helped over 200 people, families, come to Panama, retire, relocate, invest. Some people don't move here yet. They want a plan B.
Yeah.
The stuff is getting a little close to the fan, to say.
Right.
And they're like, maybe I should go buy an investment property, generate a little income, but that property allows me to then obtain a permanent lifetime residency visa that I can use in case it does hit the fan. And hey, my property's still making me money, and I got a place to go on vacation once a year. We have a lot of people like that.
Yeah, but a lot of people do promise returns that are not attainable.
Gosh, yeah.
So
Crazy.
I think, when people talk about real estate, they have to be realistic, because the market is different, right? Like if you're talking about Panama City and certain projects, certain developers.
Certain areas.
And certain areas, certain buildings.
Like, what client do you want? Do you want the bachelor party boys that are going to come trash and pee on your bed? Or do you want to go to Costa where you have the multinationals and the medical tourism?
Right.
Again, my whole goal is I let the client tell me what they want. They fill out a survey usually. And then I say, hey, this is how you're going to obtain your goal, the easiest.
Yeah.
And then like if they say I want to use my property 60%, 50% of the time, 6 months a year, 6 months a year I want to rent it out, what's the one I can make the most money on? I'm like, well, first off, the most important ROI in life is life itself.
Yes.
So what's going to make you the happiest?
Yep.
And even if you're going to make a lower ROI, if you like Coronado, I mean, honestly, you're going to make maybe 1/3 to half of what you're going to make in Costa del Este or in Casco Viejo or in Obarrio or, some of these, again, depending on what you purchased it for.
Yeah.
And what you're renting it at. It's a numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie,
I think, the other good piece of advice that I got from a financial planner once was make decisions based on, can you sleep at night with that decision?
Of course. Or do you need it? Or is it, if you don't need it, then make it, and again, look for the right deals. There's a lot of people, like you said, I see some of these videos and I'm like, dude, stop saying that. We're even on the contour, like, there's people that say things like, there's videos that are like, you can come and live in Panama and retire for $1,000 a month. Like,
yeah, no.
Where?
You can.
It's going to be difficult.
You're going to live in the interior.
In a bedroom.
In a bedroom that has maybe a room or two around it. You're going to have breeze block for windows. You're not going to have electricity.
So again, I try to make it realistic. I want to be super authentic, which is one of the most blessing that I feel in this. Like, at least probably 90% of the compliments I get, because the people always say, "Oh, I love your videos and this and that," but I always hear, "You're so authentic," and I'm like, that just warms my heart. But I want to make sure that I'm authentic, and that again, that I give people, like one guy today, for example, I had a call, and he's like, "I love this building," and I'm like, "No, you don't. Stop thinking of that building." I'm not going to say the name of the building.
No, don't.
But I don't like the project. I think it's very misleading. And I explained to him. I even pulled it up on Google Maps to explain my reason why I believe that. And he was like, "That doesn't look anything like the marketing." I said, "I told you." And I'm like, "This is my job. I'm going to put you with one of my agents."
Yeah.
I made a group with one of my top agents, and I got them connected, and he's already sending properties to this client. And again, this is our job. Like, I consult with the clients, and I figure out what they're actually looking for, what they're looking to achieve, and I put them with the best agent or the best affiliate, and we start that real estate process. And then, of course, once they're ready to do the immigration, with the best attorney, they got a beautiful dog they want to bring down, or some cats or whatever, we have the best pet relocation companies. You might come down, find the best house, and your wife hates the kitchen. Don't worry about it. We can change the tiles. But do you want to just hire anybody? No. As you know, we've seen all the horror stories on the Facebook groups.
I know.
And it's because, allow me to help. I don't charge my clients anything, because the way we make money is through the commissions through the real estate transaction. So, like my mom always raised me, be a win-win for people. If you can win while you're creating a win for someone else, you're going to win forever.
Yeah.
Because people are always going to want to win.
Yeah. Your name is not going to be whispered in the back rooms of social media.
No, thank you.
People saying, don't work with him. And that happens. Some people, I think they see their livelihood maybe not so lively.
Well, this is why I started this business.
Yeah.
Because when I owned the newspaper, I got to go to every cool place in the country every single month.
Oh, you had to.
It was such a rough life, eating all this good food, staying in these beautiful hotels.
Yeah.
And then
Are you sure you want to give that up?
I don't want to, but again, it was a good chapter.
Yes.
But I got to meet a lot of people, and I'm very social, and so I met a lot of people, and then they were loving life, but they were like, "Oh, but this happened to me," or "This happened to me," and I'm like, man, someone needs to step up and be the liaison. And then after the pandemic hit, I learned real fast, because everybody canceled their advertising, what retirement would feel like. And I was like, man, I can never retire if I don't change my financial income.
Right.
So that's when I started doing relocation assistance, and it just progressed rapidly. Again, I found that I got a real high, not just off the process, but seeing the people 8 months later.
Yes.
And how positive and loving, they're like, "My life is amazing," and I'm like,
yeah.
And I gotta be a participant in that. I made sure they worked with the best realtor. I made sure they were with the best attorney. I participated in that, and that made me feel so good that I was like, nothing beats that high. Yeah. And again, most of our clients, I would say probably 80-85% are buying in the city. Yeah. Our clients.
And that market is substantially different than, Coronado, El Valle, Boquete, Bocas, David.
But like Boquete, it's almost impossible to find a rental right now.
Oh, really?
That's why they're building 4 or 5 different development projects. Like developers from the city all went to Boquete at the same time.
Wow.
Like there's some great projects. Not everybody loves it. You know, a lot of people think it's growing too fast, and you know, hopefully they figure it out. I mean, with everything, there's growing pains. I trust the professionals.
Yes.
And hopefully the right ones. And again, that's what's good about me is I've been here for almost 14 years. I know the best realtors in Coronado.
Yeah.
I know the ones you should definitely stay away from too.
Right.
And I make sure my clients stay away from them. Obviously, one topic, I know you came out with a new book, congratulations, you know, and it's on a topic that we're both heavy in, and that's one thing that I talk to people about with, like, you know, but they have AA already, and I'm like, yeah, but again, nothing against AA, the 12 steps work for so many people, but I found, you know, whenever I went to AA, people were talking about like their past and like how bad it was. Like, why don't you focus on the future? Like you're doing so many great things with your life now. Why don't we focus on those things instead of the bad things? Like, again, that's something that I've been blessed with. You can kick me in the shin, but I'm like, well, but I still have my hand, you know?
Right.
Like,
You still got the other shin.
yeah, I got the other shin, so I'm always, you know, looking for the positive. But yeah, in Panama, if you do talk badly about people, you can get in trouble. And it's not cheap either. I think it's like $50,000.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
Okay. Yeah.
Talk to an attorney.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know everything, but I know everybody that knows everything. That's my thing.
Let me segue into some questions about, in general, what has your experience been like starting businesses? Because let me get this straight. You've had restaurants here, you've had the magazine, and now you're in relocation and, you know, real estate and consulting. So when you first arrived 14 years ago, time traveled back to that time, you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
And broke. Living in a maid's quarter. Gosh, it was wild.
What were some of the lessons that you've learned? Because there are a lot of people who aren't retired coming to Panama and they want to start a business.
Well, that's the best part is like when people ask me like, what can I do there? I'm like, it's an open canvas. Bring your paints and your paintbrushes and get to work, you know? As long as you can put effort into what you do and you love what you do, you'll be successful. And I'm a believer in that. Like, I was the first out in spelling bees. I owned a newspaper and a magazine. Like, why? Because I had great writers and I had great design team and I had, you know, I'm good at inspiring and motivating people to, you know, like if you talk to anyone on my team, they love what we do. Like I'll tell my designer, hey, this needs to be done on Monday on like a Sunday at 6. And he'll go and do it right then. I'm like, Isaac, stop doing work right now. He's like, no, man, I love what we do. Like, I love you. You know, like when the company makes a bunch of money, I give bonuses to these guys. Why? Because, again, take care of your team, they'll take care of your business.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've always been a believer of that, even when it was just the newspaper and we didn't make a lot of money. But I always took care of our team. Starting a business is pretty simple. You know, you go and you get a corporation. Obviously, you need a work permit to work in this country, so that's a good step to take. But usually, you get that during your immigration process.
Depending on the visa.
Depending on the visa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
And then, how's your Spanish?
Más o menos.
So, how was that navigating, you know, starting a business when you weren't fluent?
You know, actually, I like not speaking Spanish for a couple reasons. You don't hear all the noise.
I know. Well, I feel this exact same way. Isn't that
like if you
weird?
walk through the grocery store in the United States, you're going to hear someone talking about something you don't like, or this political thing, or this or this. I walk through the grocery store, I hear la 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 la. I'm like, cool. I'm still happy. You know, nothing's affecting me. Now I am dating a Latina that doesn't speak much English. She's really inspired me to learn Spanish. I should learn it anyways.
Of love. It's very inspiring.
I've really increased, like even the other day I was with a couple Italian buddies before I left for Italy. They were giving me some pointers and we were out to eat, and I said a whole bunch of stuff in Spanish. Someone called me and they were looking at me like, bro, like when did you start speaking Spanish? So I have been learning. I can speak it, but I still don't understand it very well.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up, because to live in Panama, you don't have to speak Spanish. I mean, the only places you might need it, the grocery store, the hardware store, the restaurant. But like if I need a mop, I just mop, and there's a picture. you know, like, or Google Translate. Like, you become pretty familiar with your tools.
Yeah, but how about navigating your way through all these different businesses? That's been okay?
Everybody speaks English.
In the city? That
Well, in the interior too. Like, even with the magazine, I used to deal with all the businesses in Bocas, Boquete, El Valle, all of the hotel owners, restaurant owners, mostly speak English.
Interesting.
So I never had a problem with that.
Yeah.
In the city, I have had more problems with that. Where again, coming out of the pandemic, I was doing more of the city stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's what helped me with the sales. Because I was just, you know, I was just going all in with my broken Spanish, and it was probably comical, you know. They're like, look at this little gringo, he's trying, you know. Actually, since I've lived in Panama, which again, going on 14 years, I've only dated Latinas.
Yeah.
I was married for 7 years. God bless her soul. She's an amazing woman, amazing mother. We just didn't work out.
Child.
And we're still homies. Like, we have good, like, when Octavia and I came home from Italy, you know, I went over there to take some stuff, like 2 days later, and we had a bunch of good laughs about the trip, and Octavia was telling you know, his mom about this and that, and how fast we went in the Ferrari, and I'm like, dude, come on.
Don't tell your mom that.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah.
We went slow, we went the speed limit. I'm just joking.
Yeah, which in Italy is pretty fast. Yeah.
Well, and they have cameras everywhere, so you need to be careful, you know? Like, here in Panama, the police sit on the side of the road and it's Waze, and as long as you have your phone on your dash, it's pretty hard to get a ticket. They're very, like, even the police here, like, again, I'm not against police in the US or anywhere else. I feel like here, though, they're more human.
Absolutely, I do too.
I feel like that with the doctors. I feel like
me too.
I feel like a person, not a number.
Yeah.
Again, nothing against doctors in the U.S., nothing against police in the U.S. I don't know. I just feel much more relaxed here.
Yeah.
Like, even coming home from Italy, or when I go to Colombia or Peru or anywhere, like, Peru is very safe. Italy, though, like, it's very safe, but, you know, everywhere you go, it's like, watch for pickpocketers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, like,
On alert.
here, I'll walk through the ghetto with a Rolex on.
Yeah.
I don't feel threatened at all. I've never felt threatened here.
I haven't either.
I've left cell phones in taxis by accident, and all of a sudden I'm getting a knock on the door from my security guard in my building. He's like, hey, your phone. I'm like, where did you get this? He's like, the taxi brought it back. I'm like, what? You know, like, that's happened one occasion. I've dropped my wallet one time. My kid had, he was in triathlons at the time at the end of the Avenida Balboa. Somehow I dropped my wallet. The hotel next door where he does his triathlons, I got home, I didn't know anything about it. I got a call around 9 o'clock that night. Hey, your wallet's at the hotel. I'm like, my wallet's at your hotel? I didn't go to your hotel today. No, someone found it out on the Cinta and brought it up here. And I'm like, that's really awesome. You know?
that is
So
pretty awesome.
again, maybe I'm just really lucky. Maybe God's blessing me because I'm putting out good energy into the world. I believe in that stuff. So karma is karma.
Yes.
Good and bad.
Yes.
But yeah, it's an awesome country to live in. And
So let me just rewind a little bit. And what was it about Panama? Because you were on your way to Australia, right?
I was supposed to be here for 3 months.
So what was it about Panama that just like grabbed your heart and soul?
Honestly,
Yeah.
should I say this on camera?
Sure.
I fell in love 47 times my first day in Panama. I'm definitely have a heart for Latinas. So that was a big one. I have a big heart for the Panamanian culture. I love that they celebrate everything. I mean, it was like every Tuesday or Wednesday there was fireworks for this reason. I'm like, why are you guys shooting fireworks? It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
So no, it's just a fun country.
Yeah.
I love summer, and so it's 365 of summer. I mean, even when there is rain, it's warm, it's romantic rain. Like if you're in Bocas, it's pouring down rain, and you're there, and it's loud on the tin roof, and it's like you're in a beautiful movie, you know? Like, and of course, the expats that live here. Again, I know we kind of touched on that in the beginning of this video. Like, I feel like all the people that are a little bit outside the box are the ones that come here.
Yeah.
And so you have all these creative, fun-loving, you know, you go to back in the day when they had the Boquete Jazz and Blues Festival, I used to love going to that. And a lot of older people would go to that, and, you know, but I was part of, had the newspaper, so I would go, and I love these people. Like, most of my friends are older than me, so I enjoy having conversations with whether it's people living here and working and starting businesses or having a hotel or this business, again, very creative people, or retirees that were very creative. Again, educational, mentor type.
Yeah.
I just found that I like my relationships here, my friendships that I've been able to build. I value them a lot more here than I ever have anywhere else I lived in my life.
Interesting. Yeah.
So I think that's probably the biggest high for me is like, wow, I love all the friendships and the unique people.
Yeah. Did you ever make it to Australia?
I had gone before.
Okay.
You know, it was just I had a friend in Australia, you know, before in my 20s in California before 2008, I was in fashion. And I had met an Australian friend in Hawaii, and his dad owned 3 nightclubs in Sydney, and then like I think it was Black Mountain or Bear Mountain. It was like 3.5 hours outside of Sydney, a pub. And so since I was the fashion, hyperactive, yeah guy, he was like, hey bro, I'll give you 25%, move to Australia with me. And so that was like the whole reason I was leaving Hawaii. And then, you know, I just decided to pop over to Panama first and
Fell in love 47 times in one day.
one day. I mean, how do you argue with that? You know, like, and again, you know, like I was on this website called couchsurfing.com. I used to be a backpacker.
Yeah.
So I wasn't looking to couch surf, but there's groups too. You know, they meet up in Casco Viejo here. And so I was meeting up with people. I was meeting people really quickly. And like Carnival was coming up. So we went to Bocas with a group, and I was like, what in the world is this place? Pirates of the Caribbean for adults? Like, this is freaking wild. And then like, probably like 5 weeks later, I went to San Blas.
Oh my gosh. San Blas.
All of our
is
screensavers in the 2000s
amazing.
are in San Blas. 365 islands, an island for every day.
Yeah.
Then you go over to the archipelagos on the Pacific side. You got the Pearl Islands.
Yep.
Where I first started my first newspaper, and I worked for a developer there to promote that development. And it's like, so you have 4 beautiful archipelagos, 2 on the Pacific, 2 on the Atlantic. You have these beautiful mountain towns. You live in one of them. You know, my private foundation owns a home. Actually, we have that's one business you didn't talk about. The bird's nest. I have the bird's nest, you know. I know I kind of have that rock star vibe, but I'm also a closet birder. I love my birds.
Panama does that to people.
Oh my, the birds are so gorgeous.
I know.
You know, like, and I didn't say woke up one morning and say I want to start a bird watching business.
Right.
I was up there filming this house to sell it for the real estate company. I was marketing it for our real estate company.
Oh, how funny.
And then this
you
bird
ended
flew
up
up, and I
buying
was like, that bird is real? Like this green body and yellow beak. I was like, and then another, it's called a bait-hooded tanager. Anyone out there? Gorgeous blue colors. Oh my gosh, it's just such a beautiful bird.
Yeah.
And then since then, you know, like in high season, you know, when we put out bananas, I put out $150 worth of bananas a week.
Wow.
So just to give you an idea how many birds we have in
my
the yard.
gosh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's like the Griswold's house in Christmas Vacation, but with real life birds. You know, they're just everywhere, different colors, and yeah, it's beautiful. So I love the mountain towns too. And so like we have such beautiful mountain towns. Like people say, oh, I want to be in a cool area. Well, okay, now let's go to the next step.
Yep.
Do you want to be around a lot of people, around a lot of expats, or do you want to be mildly around expats? If you want to be around a lot, I say Boquete. If you want to be mild, I say Volcan or El Valle.
Right.
Then you have Altos del Maria, and then you have Cerro Azul. And then you have, you know, obviously off the beaten path.
Places in between.
So again, there's something for everyone here.
So, okay, so people can find you on your podcast, right?
So yeah, I
YouTube
mean,
channel.
YouTube channel, of course.
The Bird's Nest.
The Bird's Nest. On Instagram,
Instagram.
Mr. Foodie, PTY.
Are you on TikTok?
I think so.
Are you on
My
Reddit?
team does
Are
that.
you on Discord? Are you on, there's like so many
I am on
socials.
TikTok. My favorite social media is Facebook. That's like the most
Yeah.
popular for me. My YouTube channel, obviously.
Yeah. And I'm going to put links to everything. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
And, you know, I love YouTube. You know, it was funny, like, back in the day when I was such a big Facebooker, you know, I was like, do I really want to start YouTube too? I'm so glad I did. Because I feel like it shifted, especially with, like, boosting posts on real estate. Meta has gotten really strict.
Oh.
You have to select and tell it that, hey, this is a real estate post, and it will limit where you can put that post. Where YouTube, it's like, oh, I want Northern Americans to see this. Pop, 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 pop. And now Northern Americans are being shown my videos.
Yeah.
Again, I do a lot of boosting because again, I want it to go to a certain people. I want the Northern Americans, the Europeans. You know, we help I mean, we even have, right now this year, we had 5 clients from Trinidad and Tobago.
Wow.
You know, it's not just the US and Canada, you know, or Germany, or, I mean, we get one life. We get to live on Earth one time in our lives. And, you know, I have so many clients that get down here and after day 3, they're like, I just feel like a load of bricks fell off my back. And I'm like, I bet. Down here, we just, hey, where do you want to go eat? You know, like, do you want Italian or you want French? Or should we go get you know, some gelatos?
Gelato sounds good.
Oh, and that was one thing that
they did
Italy crushed it. I mean, again, the food was great.
Oh, yeah.
But, and maybe too, though, like, I can be biased in Panama because I know the best restaurants. You know, owning a magazine called The Restaurant, like, kind of gets you a little influential on where to go, or affluential, where to go. It's the thing. In the city, there's at least 300, 400, 500 restaurants that are incredible.
Yeah.
And then there's probably another 600 good restaurants.
And they, I mean, it encompasses like all sorts of cuisine.
And the best part is, like, I'm not kidding. Like, again, I know the owners.
Yeah.
Because of the magazine.
Right.
The guy that owns Ciao Ragazzi, he ships in containers, tomatoes, flour, like all of this stuff to bring true, authentic Italian food to Panama.
That's why that food is so good.
Gosh, right? Yeah, he's great. That's a great Italian one. There's a lot of great Italian restaurants here. There's a lot of great, every type of restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's really a ton of great food here. And I've just, even like I said, traveling around, there's great restaurants I run into, but I think consecutively, like, you'll find better, like, if you're a foodie, Panama is definitely your place. And it's not just Panama City. I think another top foodie place, Boquete, Bocas del Toro, even Vanau. Like, Vanau has, and one of my, like, I've had some of my favorite meals in Vanau. Like, there's some really, there's not as many restaurants as Boquete or Bocas.
But good quality.
But really amazing. And then where you're from, one of my favorite restaurants is up at the Golden Frog Inn.
Yes.
Volcancitos.
Volcancitos, it's
Those
really good.
tacos and their nachos and,
Yeah.
oh, they have some good food.
And we have La Compañía now in El Valle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I haven't been up there since it's open.
Oh, it's amazing.
I mean, I know the owner here in the city. You know, it's funny, I have a funny story. I wrote him, I was doing a photo shoot with my kid. And just so you know, let's create some memories. I love being a dad. It's my favorite part of life. And I was like, hey, bro, let me do some photo shoots in the courtyard. And he's like, listen, you're going to put these photos on social media, and everyone's going to ask you where you took them. Then I'm going to have 700 people wanting to do photo shoots. Absolutely not. But it's such a beautiful hotel. I mean, at least the one in Casco I've been to many times.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the one in El Valle.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. He did a really good job.
Have you been in the spa there? I hear the spa is it open yet? Or?
Not quite yet.
He's told me all his plans, so
Yeah,
I get to hear the inside information. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like, you are taking Panama
Next
ultra
level.
level, you know? So yeah, it's a special place, and that's what's so great. Again, we have so many diverse, educated people coming from all parts of the world with their own ideas, and like, there's some cool hotels here, very unique and interesting hotels.
And at many different price points. You know?
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Same thing with the restaurants. People are like, well, I mean, you can have great food for $3.25.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one of my first meals, again, when I first came here, I came to La Pintada above Pedro Nome, and that's the first time that I realized that I was eating fake chicken back in the U.S. Because there was bones in the chicken. I was like, man, there's a lot of bones in here. Oh, because they're running around in this yard, right? In the backyard. I just killed that chicken this morning, and I'm eating fresh. I mean, it's so good. Like, I love ethnic Panamanian, cooked over a wood stove, like some of those experiences that I've had, going to the rodeos, and again, like, you don't have to have a ton of money to live here. Again, I don't know if $1,000 a month is going to cut it for maybe for a single person, but a married couple, like, it's like,
Yeah,
like, you know.
No.
I mean, if you buy a place and you don't have to pay rent,
Yeah.
maybe. But you know, I think comfortable is around $2,000, $3,000 a month.
Yeah, I would think so.
Very
too.
comfortable.
Yeah. All right. Any final words? Because obviously you're such an introvert. It's been really hard
Yeah, I know.
to drag
Pull those words out.
information out of you. You know.
Well, I do want to say thank you. You're awesome. I love all the videos you put out.
Oh,
You've done
thanks.
amazing with your channel. Again, I was showing my girlfriend last night, and we were like, "Gosh, she's awesome." She was like, "This lady's really cool." Like, so we really enjoy You know, I've always enjoyed your videos. I've always known you in the community. Everyone speaks highly of you, so thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you allowing me to make this video with you.
Oh, it's been great to get like behind the scenes of Austin. Hess. Thanks so much, Austin.
Of course. Thanks, guys.